Hello everyone, Itsuchi here as usual. Just wanted to check in on a couple of things post teaser 7. Hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. Thanks so much for the positive support and positive feedback. I appreciate all feedback, though the positive feedback is definitely the best. Appreciate you guys so much. Apologize for the lighting, it's weird. Anyway, just wanted to go over a few things, highlight a few things that were shown kind of in teaser 7 but not necessarily highlighted, and also some things that were there but not necessarily shown. The first being, you may notice that you can hear the audio for the game but it's not drowning me out, so no more mute videos. Basically, one of the updates I changed was in the sound. Rather than having on off like it was before, you can now adjust the actual in-game volume. Here's an example. Same thing for voices, which you wouldn't hear now, and sound effects. Anyway, that's how I've adjusted it. Seeing if there's any other settings I changed. In game settings, I did add the ability to adjust rounds, so it works the same way as it does in SP. So 1 round means there will only ever be 1 round. Whoever wins, wins. This is for the stamina battles only. We'll get to that. 3 rounds means up to 3 rounds, which means best 2 out of 3. So first person to 2 rounds wins, which can equate to a total number of rounds as 3 possible rounds. Same thing for 5, which 5 rounds means best 3 out of 5. Whoever's the first to get to 3 wins, which allows for up to a total of 5 rounds. I may add some other options higher, but anyway, 5 rounds is the max, just as an SP. Difficulty scaling does work. That determines how good or smart the AI is. We will talk about that too. And attack power also. Attack power is just a multiplier. This really determines how quickly you want battles to be. If you like battles that are high stakes, do attack power 4. Every punch, every attack does the maximum, huge amounts of damage, just crazy amounts of damage. Everything's super lethal. If you want battles to take a little bit longer, more relaxed, less lethal, that's going to be that attack power 1, which is much more relaxed. The battles take forever, but again, you get those longer, richer battles. Attacks are less, or I guess you could say they're more forgiving on attack power 1, but yeah, that's where it is. Timer, same thing, the timer works. I added some additional, I did it. Timer's the exact same, so 30, 60, 90, or 120. You can choose between perfect timer. If you want, I prefer off. And general is a new settings option that I added, which just covers the seasons for now. I will add some more stuff in here probably, like for example, settings for like how the layout will be, whether you need something that's lower quality but faster for lower powerful computers, less powerful computers, or if you want high graphics, for more powerful computers and more power, consuming. Those settings will go here eventually. Also the option for full screen view or windowed view. Basically, full screen view allows for the best presentation based on your graphic settings, while windowed is just for those who prefer it in a window. I'll add those settings later. But seasons are in. This is where you can select which season you want. The season changes the music and the HUD. So season 1 would be Clash of Ninja 1's music, and I put in parentheses the games that it's based on. So season 1 is based off of what the music and HUD would have been in Clash of Ninja 1 and GNT 1, obviously so on and so forth. Season 5 uses Rev 2, EX. I haven't added EX in yet because actually, it's a long story. I haven't added in this one yet. That's hard to get. EX2 and Rev 3. This was actually a change I made for teaser 7. There was originally supposed to only be 12 Shippuden seasons, and I ended up adding in this extra season here for Rev 3's HUD specifically, because the music in Rev 3 is just a combination of EX2 and EX3. So I figured, but then when I thought about it, I was like, wait, actually for HUD, we're going to need, Rev 3 has its own unique HUD, so we're going to need a season for it, even though the music doesn't really change much. So Season 7 was supposed to originally be to cover the reunion, so when when Naruto meets up with Sasuke and Shippuden. So the Senshi Bridge arc basically, and the Hidan and Kakuzu arc. It was supposed to cover both of those and be just a really long season. But I decided to separate it again, so now it'll be Season 7, which covers up to Tenchi Bridge arc through that, and Sasuke, and then Season 8 will cover Hidan and Kakuzu. Intro will be the same, at least music-wise, but the versus screen will obviously be the same versus screen music as Rev 3, not EX2, and the ending is different. So it should still work as its own season, and the HUD is different. Season 9 is now the Dragon Blade Chronicles season. This covers the events of the Hunt for Itachi arc, which is intertwined with the Mount Koryu arc. They're just one arc. That's just how it works in my game. So this will use, of course, the Dragon Blade Chronicles HUD and music. And Season 10 is EX3. This is the Pain arc and everything around Pain, and that uses EX3's music. And then the 11th arc is going to be the Kage Summit and start of the 4th Great Ninja War. There is going to be Season 12 and 13. Season 12 covers the Ten Tails, and Season 13 covers the Kaguya fight and the final battle. So that's how it works. So there'll be 13 seasons now. I don't like the odd number, but it is what it is. And then, yeah, I don't know if I'll actually do new HUD for Seasons 12 and 13, just because SP, it's really good HUD. They did a really good job on the HUD in SP, so I'll just probably carry that through. But anyway, yeah, that's how it works. This is where you can select that. Or what you can do is you can set it to default. Default means whatever season the game is on, that's the HUD that's going to display. So if you're only playing Season 1, it's going to be Season 1. If the game is up to Season 2, it'll be Season 2. And it'll just update automatically. This is just so if you have a preference. Like, I prefer Clash Ninja 2 HUD despite the season. By all means, do that. Right now, this only works for stamina battles. Power battles will still just be the SP HUD, because that's the only one I've done, convert it to a power bar. But I do plan on converting the classic HUD for each of these seasons to have a power variant as well, which is the singular bar across the top. Requires a lot of graphic design, which I'm not super great at. It just takes a lot of time, and it's just not important right now. So right now, it's just going to be 2. SP HUD for all power battles, and then seasonal HUD for stamina battles for now. Maybe I'll keep it that way, maybe I'll change it, I don't know. Anyway, that's how it works. I'll leave it on default for now. Alright, that's it for the settings updates. Now let's jump into some more bigger updates on the Versus side. I'll just use stamina because why not? So nothing's really changed in the character selection menu except for voices. And I'm doing the same as SP, where player 1 has a different selection voice than player 2. So you'll hear Naruto here versus here. It's my turn, believe it. So the idea is that the most recent would be, the most recent voice clip we've seen these characters will always be player 1. So for example, that'll be Revolution 2 in English for Naruto. That was the last time we saw this character. So that'll be here, and then one of the old ones, probably Clash Ninja 2, is what I'll use for the second player 2. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm doing it. Whatever voice clips are basically used in Rev 2 and Rev 1. Kind of how it'll work. Anyway, yeah, add that. Here's where the changes, big changes start. Stage selection. So I haven't added in portraits yet. There's a reason for that. First, the stage selection is like 3 times the size it was before. 2 to 3 times. We have Hokage Monument, the Hokage Monument Evening, Ninja Academy. There was which is the evening variant. There was a daytime variant, but I ended up taking it away because it just was not really needed, because we have the new stage, Ninja Academy Sparring Grounds. This is the stage where, of course, Naruto and Sasuke fight as kids. It's actually also part of the academy. It's just behind the academy. One's right. This is the academy entrance. This is the actual sparring grounds. So what I did was the academy and the Genki games used to have an evening and a daytime variant, but it was the same stage. I thought that was not really needed, so I used to have both of them in the game, so you may see some screenshots from before with both versions. I removed the daytime variant and make the Ninja Academy only the evening variant from Clash Ninja 1, and then I took the daytime variant, that music, and added it as the new stage Academy Sparring Grounds. So this will take place during the daytime, and this will take place during the evening, and the music, of course, will be the 2 Academy themes, but daytime and evening. We have Ichiraku Ramen Shop daytime, the evening. There is a nighttime variant. It's not ready yet. I gotta add lights, and that's hot because it's not just about having nighttime lighting, but I also have to add street lights so that the stage is still lit so you can see, because at night you can't see. So I have to add street lights so that light up the stage artificially, and that's tricky figuring out how to do that. So I haven't gotten any nighttime stages yet, but there will be nighttime. Daytime and evening are still in. Evening is going to get streetlights too, but they at least still look somewhat pretty even without the streetlights so far. But those will get streetlights as well. We have Crossway, which is the, we have the Rooftop, which is just Shirado Street at the top. The Palace, when Naruto returns. We have actual Shirado Street. Hospital Rooftop from GNT4, which is different from the Shirado Street Rooftop. We have Battle Stadium, which is where the Tuning Exams Finals takes place. The Castle Rooftop on top. This will have a regular version as well as a destroyed version. The regular version, of course, is when the start of the Hokage fight happens. And then you have the destroyed version, which is where it has all the Deep Forest emergence. So there will be two versions. The first is in now. We have Riverside. We have the canal, which is just the river below. And there is a... oh, I took it out. Oh, yeah, there's going to be a canal nighttime. That wasn't ever in one of the games, but it's actually in the intro to Revolution 2. They're fighting at the Riverside stage in the canal, but they're fighting at night. It was an interaction between, I think, Naruto, Kakashi, Neji, and Kagura. They were fighting at the canal at night. So I may, just to pay homage to the intro of Rev 2, which was anime, I may go ahead and add that battle, some kind of random, when I cover that story arc, Kagura's story arc, I'll maybe include that fight and there'll be a canal stage at night. Or maybe I'll have Riverside daytime and then canal at night, I don't know. But they did use the canal during the daytime during the Itachi return arc, so I'll probably have daytime and night for this one. Then there's the palace stage. This takes place, of course, at the Pillar Chamber first half, which is just a palace. This will have a daytime and an evening variant. The daytime happens during the Chunin exams arc. Kabuto and Orochimaru actually have a discussion up here. I'm going to turn that into a fight, because this is when Orochimaru's like, if you want to betray me, try to kill me. So I'm just going to make that a fight. Why not? So they'll fight at the Palace daytime. Palace evening, this is going to be the version that Naruto fights Kabuto in Revolution 2 at the end of that story. I know it was daytime in that game as well, but I figured the evening stage was just so beautiful, and the music was different. I decided to have the Palace Part 1 have the original Palace music as before, in the daytime as normal, the stage we're all used to, and then the evening variant will now be the new place where Kabuto is there. It's in the evening, and it has the Revolution theme as the Revolution 2 theme as the music. For this one, just like in Revolution 2, except for now it's evening. So it is so pretty evening. We have the Village East. This is also a new stage. This stage has showed up, this area in the Leaf Village has showed up in Part 1 Naruto, Shippuden, and Boruto. And it's never made it in a game before. I have no idea how that works. I'll just go ahead and show you guys. So you'll know it when you see it. It's not done yet, so please don't laugh at it. It's nowhere near done. But it's this stage. Oh, I forgot there's computers. Oops. Yeah, well, the computer's going to try to fight me. Oh gosh, and it's level 4. Anyway, don't mind the fighting. But anyway, it's at the top of this staircase. I got to add the rails and all the decor and the forest and things like that and the rest of the buildings. But this stage is, in Part 1, Neji and Lee are up here talking, and then Naruto and Shikamaru come to recruit him for the Sasuke retrieval arc in Part 1. So that's where it shows up in Part 1. In Part Shippuden, the whole Sora battle, when Sora's making a ruckus in the Leaf Village, and he has the encounter with Kiba. Yeah, that happens up here, on the same exact stage, and it's also in Boruto. Boruto and Shikadai spend a lot of time up here. Basically, anytime Boruto and Shikadai are hanging out and it's not on the Thunder Train, it's probably up here. It's just on the east side of the village, so I'm just calling it East Village. Anyway, I'm gonna stop getting my ass kicked by Sasuke. Oh my god, he's destroying me. Anyway, I'm not gonna fight. But that's the Village East stage, and it will have a daytime, evening, and there is a nighttime version. Not because it's really necessary, but I just think the stage is so underrated. It's such a pretty stage in the show, and it does show up in daytime, evening, and night in the show. Especially Boruto. Boruto spends a lot of time there. Wink, wink, hint, hint. So I'm going to add this stage in daytime, evening, and night, and what I'll do is I have a pretty big rule about only including content that will be featured in the story mode. So what I'm going to do is, in some of those custom story modes, like the Revolution 2 story mode, instead of reusing old locations, like in Revolution 2, I'm going to let Revolution 2's storyline, the Kagura arc, be featured on these new stages, these new areas of the village. So instead of having multiple fights take place at Riverside, I would fight take place at Riverside and move one of them to Village East. And so that way more of these locations can be used in the story of Clash of Ninja as they were in the show. So that way they're still incorporated in the story mode, not just here for fun. Then we have Overpass, which will have a daytime and a nighttime. This is just the rooftop stage. And it looks really cool in daytime, so I'm thinking about having the Kakashi versus Pain fight happen up here, because it's just kind of all destroyed, and I don't really have much other use for it. So I'm like, I'll just put Kakashi and Pain up on the rooftop and we'll call it a day. Put buy it there, and then we have Warehouse Road, where basically where Naruto goes to give to talk to Shikamaru and Shippuden, and then the Warehouse Rooftop where Sai shows up, that whole warehouse district area. Foundation, which is the so Foundation is going to be up top. Yeah, this used to have a daytime stage. It was the intersection stage part 2. It's up there with the Anbu. So I decided to make it evening because the evening stage just looks way better than the daytime. It just looks so good. I did a poll. I could include both, but then it's like this stage is never going to get used really, probably more than once. So yeah, I decided to make it evening. And then there will be, of course, Danzo's hideout down below, which that takes place at night, actually. The Clash Ninja games had it during the day, but that stage was only ever showed during the night. So I don't know why they had a daytime version. So Foundation will be in evening, and then the intersection will be at night. And the reason I haven't added is because all nighttime stages will be added later. Anyway, I walked through all of this to show you that. Look how many stages that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There are 22 stages, so it's like double what it was before. It might be triple, actually. And that's not even the full Leaf Village. That's not even the nighttime stages. That's just half of the Leaf Village in daytime and evening. Not even nighttime and the other half of the Leaf Village. Not even outside the Leaf Village, like training grounds. Not including those. And not even including things outside of the Land of Fire. And we're already at 22 stages. That is a lot of stages. I'll tell you why this has been possible, and why we've doubled the stage roster without me even really doing stages. The way stages work in my game is instead of having a stage object that loads in and then you fight at that specific stage, because this game has free roam, there's one gigantic map. Actually, here, I'll show it to you. Because free roam works. Actually, I don't have to do okay, whoever I want. Let's play as some Sasuke. We'll do Dragon Blade Sasuke. Dragon Blade Mangekyo Sasuke. This is an exclusive outfit, never before seen. I just had some fun with it. To have a Mangekyo Sasuke that has Dragon Blade clothes. Alright. I'm just starting at the leaf right now. Oh, it's glitched. Oh, no, it's not. Alright, anyway. Oh yeah, free roam, by the way. Where do I need to go? Let's start. I guess we can start here. So starting here, this is an example. So this is the Riverside stage, of course. So when you're coming from over here is where the training fields is. So you go this way to get to the third training field. Anyway, you go over to Riverside, and when you cross over Riverside, here's the actual stage. This is physically the stage you fight it in Versus. Like, this isn't just a copy. When you load Versus Battle, it actually loads in free roam and spawns a battle in this specific coordinate. And of course, there's invisible walls in Versus that spawn. In free roam, the invisible walls are removed, so you can just jump over. But there's actually, this is the physical location where you fight in Versus, and this is true for all the stages. So over here is actually the Crossway stage. Yeah, this map is massive. Oh yeah, and of course, there's the second half down there, and you would physically spawn in down there. So what I did was I build one map that's massive, and all I have to do, sorry about that, all I have to do is create a spawn point. So anytime I'm adding a new stage to the stage roster, all I have to do is create a spawn point within free roam and name it, of course. So I'll put the stage name and then just add the name to the roster. And what will happen is once I set the parameters in free roam, all it does is say, okay, if we're loading in the Crossway stage, spawn here. That's it. And it will spawn us here at Crossway. Same thing for Tune Exams, it's over there. And that's how it works. Yeah. So once I'm done with the Leaf map, I have also, at the same time, completed all the stages where you can fight. All I have to do is create the invisible walls and, yeah, add the name to the stage selection so it is added to stage selection. It can be selected. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, it physically spawns you at any given point on this map wherever the battle is going to take place. So I'm just going to the Ninja Academy right now, which is modeled after the way it looked in the anime. Sorry, camera angles will get fixed in final versions. But yeah, Ninja Academy spawns here, and you fight here. I'm going to glitch out of bounds to show you the... actually, how do I get out of bounds? Oh, yeah. This is obviously going to be closed up, but this is just so I can get back here, because this is all supposed to be sealed. This is secret entrance. All right. There we go. We're back here. Anyway, yeah, you spawn behind the academy. Obviously, got to finish the decor. And this is the sparring grounds stage. Sorry if the FPS is slow. That's only because I'm recording and running this in like 4K. It's all, yeah, my computer should not be doing all these at the same time. Anyway, yeah, sparring grounds is back here. I'll add all the extras later. Yeah, that's it. It'll spawn you here. So by completing the free roam map, I am simultaneously completing versus. We'll go back to the main menu. So that's kind of how it works. So now that same stage we were just at, I'll load in. And here we are at the sparring grounds. This is the same map we were just in free roam. And we can fight here. So that's how it works. That's a big change. Before, it didn't work like that. I had to do a lot of programming to get it to work, especially at different heights. To fight at the ground versus the stages up high. I had to fix all kinds of lines of code to get that to work correctly. So that's one of the bigger updates. And of course, it simultaneously goes hand in hand with free roam mode, which I obviously showed a little bit of. Much more to go there. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys some of the bigger things that I changed about the game that you didn't actually see in the verses, in the trailer, I mean, and Castle Rooftop will go up here. Just to show you two again, to kind of reiterate how that works. Up here actually overlooks the glitch, so you can see all the other areas in the game. I call some of them out, but they're pretty much all there. Yeah, that's how it works. All I did was the roof is physically up here. The tuning exam student's actually down there. If you were to, I was thinking about having an interactive spectator mode where you can like spawn in to a game where fights are physically happening. So like if you were to jump up here, you could spectate people fighting in this arena. If you were to jump down into the stadium, you could spectate people fighting at the stadium. So I thought about that. I'm not sure how that would work, if it would like speed would allow that to work. But anyway, I thought about it. Maybe being able to like in spectator mode, instead of having spectator just be live streaming someone else, spectator mode spawns you in free roam, and then you can free roam and go watch any fight you want to. Just walk over there and watch them fighting, and that's that. We'll see. This is just me getting excited now. Anyway, it's been long enough. Don't want to hold you for too long. These are some of the bigger updates for the game. Obviously, AI works. AI was so tricky to nail. We have a spectator mode now, and spectator allows you to look at everything. Now, something I recently had to remove was actually team battles. When I rewrote the code for the HUD, it effed up the team battles, especially when I added in stamina. Stamina doesn't get support team battles, and then the HUD doesn't support the original team battles either, because I rewrote all the code for all of that. So I have to rewrite the whole logic for team battles, and I'm not excited for that. So team battles have been temporarily removed from the game. I will add them back soon, but I have to reprogram all the logic around team battles in order to support both classic battles and stamina battles. So anyway, yeah, team battles don't work right now since the addition of stamina. But we now have spectator mode, we now have stamina battles, and they are glorious. They are fantastic. I'll just let someone be fighting in the background while I finish up here and wrap up. What's the stage you guys didn't get to see? I love Palace Evening. It's my favorite stage in the game, easily. I'll do the Palace anytime, because why not? I didn't show that one in the trailer. But yeah, the game is incredible. I love it. The HUD, I had to animate all the HUD. Getting all of that to work is, yeah, lots of rewriting of code. I still have to add some of the effects, like you'll notice the chakra doesn't flash anymore. I have to add the flashback because the flashing for chakra varies by season, so I have to program the flashing for all of the seasons. So yeah, so a lot of the visual effects will be added later for that. But I still kept the flashing for overdrive because that was already done. Yeah. Oh yeah, also overdrive. I added in. I just really couldn't get creative enough of graphic design to create season-specific overdrive bar, because like, what would that even look like, an overdrive bar in Clash of 1? So all I did was just slightly adjust the size of the health bar at the top for stamina battles and just added it in. The one thing that I did do was I changed the color. The color scheme is designed to still have some kind of matching to an extent. Season 1 I just gave it orange like normal, but some of them will have a green overdrive bar, some seasons will have a blue overdrive bar, and I may even add some more. Maybe I'll give every season its own unique overdrive color. Who knows? It's really easy to change the color, not a problem at all. It's just a texture. I just change the color and upload the new texture, and that's on the season basis. So yeah, I may make every HUD have a different color, but otherwise there are some variants. There are 3 colors total so far. Orange, like you see now, there's a blue and a green. You'll see those in the teaser trailer, the 30-minute battle, 30 minutes of battles sequence. You'll see all of the season HUDs and the overdrives for those. But yeah, otherwise the game is in a really good spot. I'm actually entering into the final status of development, meaning it's a game, it's got a menu, it's got settings, and it's working. When I complete free roam, at the same time of completing free roam, I'm also completing the stages. So a lot of things are starting to overlap now. And as I'm completing the free roam mode, I'm also completing how story mode works. So it all is, you know, it's like, yeah, I know it's taking a long time, but like the long time it's taking is to build the foundation. Once the foundation of the game is done, it's just a matter of releasing it and then adding new characters. So we're no longer here trying to design, you know, base mechanics, they're there. Now we're turning this into a full game. The real last mode to add is the free roam, and as you see, that's coming along really great. I have to add, of course, NPCs, all the filler objects, how battles will work, all that stuff, versus screens, jutsu, but again, it's a lot from a quantity standpoint, but at the same time, that's nothing in the development process. When the only thing left is to add jutsu, that's nothing. Yeah, it's going to take a while, but the game is done. I'm just adding in more, you know, jutsu to make it look flashier. So yeah, it's entering those final stages of development. I'm kind of now moving away from developing a Naruto game in general. I'm now moving into finalizing Season 1, which is so exciting. It's now like, okay, yeah, no more playing around, no more adding things for fun. It's now, nope, Season 1 is officially in development. And once Season 1 launches, you'll be able to play the entirety of Part 1 Naruto from the graduation through the Hakuin's opposite arc, and while you're enjoying that, I'll be working on Season 2, which Season 2 is not a new game, it's just more characters and an extended story arc. And again, as I develop those areas, the game itself will automatically expand. It's just a, yeah, cause and effect, and Season 2 will release, and so far and so forth, until I more than likely get shut down. Anyway, thanks guys for joining in this long video. Thanks for watching, thanks for all the positive support, and more Clash of Ninja to come as Season 1 is in official development. Cheers, have a great night.